All right, so I am doing a really quick um, crab steam. I'm going to be steaming some crabs along with some other pretty good sides. Um, yeah, so I'm about to get started. I'm going to start by putting in um, three three pieces of corn on the cob. So I might do four. Let me take this lid off. I'm bringing some water to a boil. Gonna put in three pieces right now. There's no seasoning in there. I'm only steaming the crabs and the other delectables. You can see this is one of my favorite pots. I'm also going to be adding in a couple of other really tasty sides. So aside from the corn, I'm going to do egg noodles. I'm definitely going to do sausage. And I'm going to add in a boiled egg as well. So that's the first thing. Just going to let that steam for a bit. And then right behind it, I'm going to start with my butter. Let me get started there. I'm using just some regular, use the best quality butter you can find. That's really the best advice I have. I'm putting my butter on so early. Well, actually, I'm going to start by toasting the seasoning. Yeah, so you can see that. I'm going to start by toasting my seasoning. I'm putting the rear on low or 1, so right next to the lowest. And then I'm going to add my spices, which I did not prep in advance, which is why I wash my hands regularly, but I keep doing it to make sure I'm not contaminating the outside of the bottles that the spices are in, even though you should kind of wipe those regularly anyway. So here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of red pepper flake. I'm going to put some cayenne pepper, quite a bit of cayenne pepper, and some Creole seasoning. I'm not saying the brand of Creole seasoning because I feel like people should try different brands of Creole seasoning and just see which one they like best. So I'm still in that period of seeing which one I like best because I do like spicy food. I'm going to add very little salt because the seasoning, the Creole seasoning I'm using, does have salt in it already. I'm using seasoned salt. And I know I'm kind of doing it off camera, which is probably a little irritating. I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder and garlic pepper. And I'll show you what it looks like in the end. I have a little all-purpose seasoning which has pepper in it, so just a touch of that. Actually, I'm going to skip the garlic pepper. I am going to skip the garlic pepper. I put the all-purpose seasoning, and my last thing is going to be a bit of pepper and celery salt and a citrus flavor. So these are my spices. Everything that I just mentioned is going in here, and I'm going to let it toast. Looks like I had a little bit of moisture in there, but I will get that out. After that goes, I'm going to let the spices go for about a single minute. Not longer than that. It's not necessary. Just toasting the spices kind of brings out their natural flavor. So after about a minute, that's when I'll add the garlic in. And I'll let that go as well for probably another 30 seconds. If you look right to the side, I'm just heating some of the egg noodles. So I'll just put seasonings in the back on low. Now into the pot with the corn, I'm going to add the sausage now. I sliced it on a bias, and I'm using chicken. So at one of my favorite grocery stores, I was able to find chicken andouille sausage. So that's what that was. Super seasoned. Sliced it on a bias. I don't really like whole sausage. I pretty much always slice them, whether in half or into medallions. I don't really like to eat whole sausage unless it's like sausage and peppers or something like that. So that's that. I'm going to let that cook for a little bit. So it's probably been about a minute. I'm going to now add in the garlic. As you can see, I have a lot of garlic. I did about 3 cloves total. And I don't like to waste, so you'll see me often kind of just scrape things into the pot or the pan. Well, that's pot. So yeah, I just don't like to waste. And then I'm going to grab the butter I like to use. And I'm not going to use a whole stick. I have 3 clusters. And I use the butter to dip. I do not pour it over the seafood. And I don't submerge the seafood in the butter either. And if you're like me, so I'm going to be mixing my top quality butter with my just regular butter. Just because I need to use both. So that was about, I want to say maybe 2 patches of butter, so 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to add in 2 more. That in. I have my boil now on medium, or I've reduced it to a simmer, excuse me, so I'm reducing it to between 1 and 2. The dal goes up to 9 for me, and I'm going to add in the crabs now. There are 3 clusters. I'm using Dungeness crabs. And once I put the crab in, I'm going to let it go for maybe another, I want to say 8 minutes. Steam for another 8 minutes. And I like to wash dishes as I go. I have to keep the sink clean. Not to mention I'm about to drain the noodles. Strain the noodles, excuse me. drain them. They're definitely done, so I'm draining them now. These are the noodles. Okay. They're drained. And I put them back on the burner, but that's not the best. They'll dry out. So I'll put it right there on the griddle that's in the middle that I don't really use. And I probably should. And I might in the future. We'll see. Who knows? Now, if I was doing like a regular pot, if I were putting the butter and the spices in with the crabs, then I would put the noodles in the pot, but it really doesn't make sense. I don't want them to overcook. But I will assemble it in the actual bowl or the plate I'm going to be eating from. And what I will do is do a light coat of the noodles, of the butter on the noodles in about another minute. So I'll put a little bit of the garlic and butter and seasoning right on top of the noodles since I only dip. That makes sense. I'm about to transfer the noodles into the bowl I'll be using. So I have about another 5 minutes to get all that done before the crabs are done. And I almost feel like I need a little more butter, so I'm probably going to add a little bit more butter. Like another tablespoon, so that'll be 5 tablespoons. Just to kind of match the garlic that I have, or the amount of garlic that I use. There goes another patch of butter to just melt into it. Another 3 minutes of steaming. And I don't like crab bodies. And I'm not talking much, but I'm not a big fan of having to pick through the body. And I feel like that's a lot of people. That's why we generally go through the legs more often than not. So I'm just going to lower the butter. I hear it simmering. It's generally all about the legs. Just because the body is hard to maneuver. Unless you're from that lifestyle. So here are the noodles. Okay. And I'm going to put some butter. Another 2 minutes for the crabs. I'm going to turn the crabs off. I'll show you what it looks like. Before I put that in, actually, I feel like I should put my egg in with the noodles now. I feel like that makes the most sense. So that the egg can also get a little bit of that seasoning on it as well. And I'm thinking about splitting the egg. I think that's what I'll do. To increase the surface area, and it will allow more space for the egg to pick up the seasoning as opposed to it sliding off of the whites. It'll kind of stick to the interior. So that's it. Wow. So this is my third time really making my own like crab steamer. Well, no. Third time here in this apartment, I guess. I say that to say that that's not enough butter still. I don't want to waste butter, but I also don't want to be ridiculous and have all seasoning. So this will be 7. So maybe I should have just put a whole stick. But you live and you love. So I'm just going to toss it. Actually, I'm going to wait a little bit to get more butter. That for sure will not be enough. I'm going to wash this pan out that the noodles were in. Let that butter melt down, and then I believe it will be time to turn the heat off on the crabs. It'll definitely be time to cut that heat off. It will be good to go. You can get straight to it. Go. Here's the final product. Here we go. The steamed crabs with the sausage, which you really can't see right now, but I'm sure they're cooked through or heated through. Let me just move it around. Sausage. Didn't put a lot of sausage, but I put enough for me. Some sausage right here. Steamed crabs. I'm going to let them cover it. Just let it sit in the pot a little bit longer, but that's it. That's my Dungeness crab legs with corn, the noodles, the egg, and you know, I'm just gonna serve it. Just stirring this a little bit more in the back, and I feel like I should show you the back a little better than what I have. So there it is. Kind of see it, but essentially what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to put the crabs and everything else on a plate, or I'll probably put the noodles on the plate too, only because it's just not enough. This bowl is not as big as I thought it was. So put everything on a plate, serve it up that way. Photo will be the thumbnail. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment and let me know if you're going to try a seafood recipe of your own. Feel free to provide links to, I don't know if you can provide links to your video, but if you did do a video making your own crab steam or boil or broil or grill, let me know in the comments and I'll check out your video as well. Thank you so much. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. Have a good one.